and their downstream effects on student leadership competency development. This is conducted within PGCPS, Maryland, and the research draws on the perspective of athletic directors and coaching staff as a primary key informants. Their insights provide a grounded view of governance in practice and its influence on student athlete leadership outcomes. This is my literature review highlights. So, previous research underscores that integrating coaching principles into school governance structures significantly enhances leadership effectiveness among student athletes, aligning institutional oversight with developmental outcomes. Studies reveal that athletic departments in secondary schools frequently operate without standardized legal and pedagogical frameworks, resulting in inconsistent program delivery and limited accountability across institutions. Um, for the first column, this is highlighting governance and coaching integration. The second one is standardization gaps in athletics. And the third column is administrative oversight and efficiency. So when governance frameworks, yeah. So my theoretical framework is this study is anchored on Henry Mintzberg's strategic management theory of education, which posits that effective institutional governance requires deliberate strategic planning, resource alignment, and adaptive decision making frameworks within educational organizations. So, system informed governance models are applied to integrate institutional oversight with sports program management. These models emphasize the interdependence of policy, administration, and program delivery in sustaining high performing athletic departments. And this is my theory. Number one is strategic management. Number two is system governance. Now, theory number three is social emotional learning. And my conceptual framework. So for the process, for the input, wait a second, because I cannot read that. So for my first input, it's the current school governance frameworks that facilitates or constrain the strategic planning and resources allocation necessary for effective sports program management. The perceived relationship between the quality of a sports program governance, such as decision making, conflict resolution, and collaborative initiative among student athletes. So the process is administrator of a structured research instrument. I'm using survey questionnaire to athletic directors and coaching staff, and the statistical evaluation of the current state of school governance framework. What's this? Resources allocation and sports program. And the output is a competitive policy-driven model designed to optimize school governance framework and resource allocation. And there is an evidence-based training curriculum or initiative focus on systematically enhancing decision making, conflict resolution, and collaborative initiative among student athletes. My research questions, I have four. So this study investigates whether school governance frameworks enable or constrain strategic planning and resource allocation in sports programs, and whether there is a significant relationship between governance policies and the development of student leadership competency in secondary education. Number one question: How do current school governance framework facilitate or constrain the strategic planning and resource allocation necessary for effective sports program management? Number two, what is the perceived relationship between the quality of sports program governance and the acquisition of specific leadership competencies such as decision making, conflict resolution, and collaborative initiative among student athletes? The third one, to what extent do athletic directors and coaches identify emerging challenges such as financial, sustainability, risk management, and the pressure of sports specialization as of significant barriers to the effective implementation of leadership focused athletic programming? And the last one is there a significant relationship between school governance policies on strategic sports program management and the development of student leadership competencies? My hypothesis is my null hypothesis is there's no statistically significant correlation between school governance policies on strategic sports program management and student leadership competencies in secondary education. Yes, sir.
Okay na po.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay na siya, okay na. Para tayo nasa Senate, pag-react out ko, Mr. Chair. Doc Jess,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Secretary.
Hi, Rosan. Good afternoon.
Hi, Doc.
Good morning.
Good morning po.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing before we started. No? I hope you learned something on the education sector in the Philippines.
I do.
I have a few observations as well as suggestions. But let me begin by saying that, well, I think the topic that you chose is very appropriate for your major. However, there are certain things that needs improvement. For example, the title. I find
Okay.
it long and very descriptive.
Okay.
It doesn't specify the location, the constructs, or the method.
Okay.
So having said that, I have three suggestions now, depending on the focus. So
Okay.
for example, if you want to focus on policy to practice or governance resources to leadership or to policy to playbook, there are suggestions of title. I will just cite a specific example. If you choose to focus on policy to practice, then I think your title would be How School Governance Shapes Leadership Competencies in Secondary Student Athletes, a correlational study of Prince George County Public Schools. That is if you choose that. No? However, if you choose, let's say, to focus from a policy to playbook, then the title will change. It will now be the influence of school governance on strategic sports program management and student leadership development. But then again, these are suggestions subject to the approval of the chair and your advisor.
Yes, po,
Okay.
Doc. Thank you, Doc.
On the statement of the problem,
Mhm.
whilst it is broad, no, accurate, but it's so broad.
Oh.
I think it needs to, number one, name the governance construct. You have to specify the outcome competencies and state the unit of analysis and context. And finally, indicate the analytical approach.
Mm.
So therefore, you need to revise it. Again, I have a suggestion. Hold on, someone is calling. Okay. Now, with regards to, I think you need to narrow and sharpen the research scope. You will find this. I found this in pages 11 and 12 where you discuss the scope and limitation.
Yes, po, Doc.
The study please correct me if I'm wrong, no?
Okay.
I think covers the entire district, which is Prince George County,
Yes po.
right?
Yes. That's
Yeah,
true.
but you rely only on cross-sectional survey of the staff. I think this risks overclaiming causal inference and limits general stability. Okay?
Mm.
So my suggestion is either you narrow to a representative subset of schools
Okay.
or you explicitly plan a mixed method or longitudinal follow-up to support the causal claims.
Because as
Now,
much as I wanted to go, the study does not account for longitudinal development of
okay,
student athletes.
okay,
I'm
that's
just
why I said
focusing
you
on,
either narrow it or so it's really up to you now.
Okay, Doc.
And then the other thing is with regards to page 7 to 8, your theoretical framework. Because in that section, your paper references strategic management and systems theory.
Okay.
But you, maybe I'm wrong, no? But I think you failed, but it doesn't operationalize the construct. For example, what specific governance dimension will be measured? So maybe you have to define 3 to 5 governance constructs. I know you will be able to do that.
Mhm.
With regards to research question and hypothesis,
Okay.
perhaps you need to define it for clarity and testability. Because as it is right now, looking at pages 9 to 10,
Mhm.
where you have the statement of the problem,
Okay.
questions are broad and partly redundant. In fact, if you look at questions 2 and question 4, it overlaps, no?
Question 2
So
and 4.
my suggestion is try to convert to a more focused, testable question and specify the directional hypothesis tied to that construct. For example, you can say in research 1, which is the descriptive, what is the level of governance support across sampled schools? Your research question 2, which means on the associational, to what extent does resource allocation transparency predict student leadership competencies?
Mm.
Okay? Now, and finally, okay. Okay. And finally, if may I suggest, if you can add a short paragraph on theoretical contribution and methodological contribution.
Okay.
So those are the suggestions that I'd like to propose, subject to the approval of the chair and your advisor.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Ms. Rosan, and good luck.
Thank you. That is very cohesive, and I would definitely consider your suggestions, Doc. Hi, Doc Vida. Mr. Chair. Can you hear me?
Sorry po, nagsasalita ako. Wala pa. Ma'am. So, Ma'am Rosana,
Ma'am.
I'm
Doc.
looking at your title.
Yes,
I
Doc.
think, and somehow we agree with Dean February, the focus really of your study would be the sports program management. No? Hindi siya, ano ba ang understanding? For example, we have the sports program management, and then we will look into the governance of the sports program management.
Mm-hmm.
Yung governance nitong management. And we do not see the connection ng school leadership competency.
Hindi lang student leadership.
Student leadership competency. I think we think,
Ibang dimension.
hindi sila connected dito sa gusto mong pag-aralan.
Mhm.
Parang magkaibang study ba? Magkaibang study sila na you're trying to connect, but really, ang tinitingnan mo kung this is what we notice with the majority of the paper. It doesn't mean that you include governance in the title to be an education governance paper. It
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily na needed yung title na governance po sa title. So
Okay.
kung titingnan natin, you would like to look into the sports program management,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And is it an existing program in your school?
Um.
There's an existing sports program management.
It's not all schools. Not all schools.
For example, in your own school.
No, it's not.
Wala.
Kaya, ganun sana na lang.
Kasi, ma'am, ganito yun. If it's existing sana, if the sports program is been existing, then you look into the policy now that program has.
Hindi develop na.
Kasi we do have different. Kasi once we say doc the sports program, like they're been trained since they are still middle school. We receive them with no training at all. We receive
the
them.
students?
Yeah, like the sports, the athletic students, like those students that wanted to join sports. Because I'm coaching volleyball. I'm the head coach for volleyball. So I see this. Yeah.
Volleyball.
Hindi. Kasi ang point niya dito, walang support sa students training. Pero the training program lies on the governance and policies of the school.
In terms
Mhm.
of sports program.
Yeah, but kung maganda, if the program is very good,
Mhm.
as implemented by the school, it follows the training. The problem is the school itself, or maybe the schools themselves, they don't have program about this.
Mhm.
They have no established programs
Mhm.
on this. But automatically, if you will develop a governance policies and strategic program, sports program, that will follow the student leadership competencies.
Hindi na naman.
Kaya nga, no, hindi mo naman siya kailangan aralin eh. Because if the program or strategic sports program is very good, then there will be, the students will benefit from it. That's the point.
Mm.
That's why gusto ni Ma'am Vida na ihiwalay si student leadership competencies in here. Because the student leadership competencies lies on the program of the school.
Mhm.
First, you have to develop a very good program.
Yeah, but then the disparity highlights the need for governance policies that standardize quality and safety program for our athletes. Wala nga siya, sir, eh.
Parang ano yan, Ma'am Rosan eh. Like for example, in regards to the policy and procedure or policy that being implemented from the government, like from the Department of Education, given to schools,
Yes.
on how you get athletes to be part of like varsity team of the school.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I don't believe that there is non-existing policy on that.
There
On
is
how
a
you get
program.
players to be part of. There is an existing policy.
There is.
How do you get student athletes? There is.
Mhm.
Parang yung kanina lang din. We look into now the implementation. Now,
Baka the policy needs enhancement.
is o magiging localized sa school nila. For example,
Mhm.
the government has a policy on how you get student athletes to be part. You can
Mhm.
focus on volleyball per se because
Mhm.
since you are the head coach ng volleyball.
Mhm.
Hindi eh. Ano to eh?
Group
Sports
sports.
program eh.
Group,
Magde-develop na siya ng policy on the sports program management.
kung wala,
I-adapt yun.
hindi wala.
Yan nga, i-enhance niyo muna. Then from there, ano siya individually.
Ng
Ng
different
different
sports.
sports. Because kahit na mag-develop siya for volleyball, because she is into that, may mga problema pa rin ang basketball. Because the school program itself is not equipped with the policies, among other.
Parang ano yan, ma'am? Government policy to school policy. No?
Yeah.
See, usually the school policy is anchored on the government policy in terms of athlete or for the student athletes, varsity players, how do you keep, how do you get, how do you keep. There is an existing policy on that.
Yeah.
And I will not believe that there is none.
There is, but then if you compare like school A to school B, school A has governance policies that requires leadership training, monitoring. How about school B that doesn't have?
Yeah, it's different.
Is different.
What as the parang ano po? Of course, different schools will have different styles on how they recruit players.
Correct.
And how do they select their players? Or their, anong tawag dito, yung kanilang tryouts.
Mm-hmm.
If you will look into those things, different na yun. Para mag-best practices ka pa. Lalo tayong mahihirapan. So,
Okay.
ang sinasabi ko lang sa'yo, let us focus first on the government policy about sports management, sports program management.
Okay.
Since I'm not sure with the specific policy of US in terms of that.
Okay.
And then look into your school policy and how was it anchored on the government policy. Try to look into how was it to be implemented. Hindi mo na kailangan yung leadership competency.
Mhm.
Ang tingnan mo yung since your major is education governance,
Mhm.
diba?
And then
Okay.
besides,
How was it in view?
I have seen in the statement of the problem, she mentioned in the methods that it's a quantitative correlational. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
That-
if you're going to look at the statement of the problem, 1 and 2, it does not
Quality.
it does not go with the
Quantity.
methods of research to be used. So you have to formulate talaga problems which are quantitative by nature
Okay.
if you are going to correlate.
Dean,
Dean.
Chairman,
I have suggested a title with the dean. It's up to the dean if the chairman will agree with
ako
that.
din, ako po, yung stand ko po. We stick on the governance. She doesn't need the leadership competencies to be part of her study, but rather looking into the existing policy and then work on that
Mhm.
in
Okay,
the
sige.
implementation.
Okay, I will go with the panel with the recommendations. So this is your title. Towards an enhanced school governance policies. And strategic sports program management. By the way, anong school ito? Anong US
Same.
pa rin ito, no?
Yes.
Maryland. So,
Yes.
siguro narinig mo kami doon sa mga padami, sa mga recommendation namin from the previous presenters.
Yes.
No, yung scope ninyo is paliitin nyo lang po. Ha? Kasi you have only given 3 months para at least mag-conduct ng study. Kung sasabay pa kayo ng September, so you have only a month. Okay? Para at least gawin itong study na. So, ang ko lang din, Ma'am Roseanne, ito ay para sa inyo to lahat. No? Follow the GSBF. Okay? So, parang ang nakikita namin sa mga documents ninyo is parang draft draft paper. So,
Okay mo.
in your final defense, na magiging strict po tayo pagdating dun sa content. Kasi po, Doctor of Philosophy po yun.
Okay.
Ina-applyan. And we expect na yung medyo mas mataas pa doon, kakailangan.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, again, please work out with your advisor. So, tanungin ninyo yung advisor ninyo. Challenge your advisor. Kasi po, pagdating nyo kasi dito, i-challenge naman natin.
Mhm.
So, dapat po masagot kayo ng advisor. That's why, ang advisor po. So, kung haharap kayo sa amin na medyo empty-handed kayo pagdating sa documenting, ikakainin kayo pagdating sa documents.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope you understand. Ha?
So,
di ba
eliminate
kasi
na lang the student leadership competencies. Rather, mag-focus na lang siya on the enhancement
governance
of
policies.
school governance policies on sports management.
Sir, would it be the same yung kanina, yung as planned, as implemented?
May tendency. So,
Usap ko na sila paano. Ano ang advice?
Sino ba advice? Who's your advisor?
Dr. Huxon, Dinah.
Hindi ko ito kilala.
magiging ganun din sila. If you are going to review, kasi policy review ito ang mangyayari. So, this is
That's
more...
the difference between the EDD and the PhD. You review policies, you introduce yung enhanced frameworks. Sa amin naman is practice-based research. Yung mga plan, gagawin mo. Ito yung problem, i-apply mo. Dito talaga, you review policy, you create policy.
Review, and then you are
You develop
going to
frameworks and models.
investigate based on the different literature. After you have made
Diba?
an analysis on the policies as planned and as implemented, and then you're going to compare that with the existing literature and make your own findings from there.
Okay, Doc.
Okay na?
I
Yes.
think that would be easier than what you want.
So you need to read. For example, everybody's been mentioning naman about the ano yung framework ng Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to search about athletics, etc. Like NCAA, is that NCAA? That they have a policy in regards to how does the selection
Yeah,
of players.
Yeah, we
etc.,
do.
etc.
We have the Maryland MPSAA policy.
On that one.
Yeah.
That would be your first.
So
That is your first assignment. Look into that and then connect it to your.
review, and if there are problems, enhance.
Okay.
And then, whatever findings you will have, you are going to compare it with the different literatures that you have studied to come up with a very good, a comprehensive sports management program.
Okay, Doc.
Actually, yun ang contribution mo.
Yeah.
That recommendation will be your contribution to the greater humanity. That's actually the doctoral philosophy. So, okay? Hindi
Okay.
po siya yung report lang, notes na.
Ano ba?
So, pagka PhD ka, talagang inasong ng academic community na you give, no? Nag-provide ka talaga ng contribution to you.
Mhm.
Okay po?
The action.
So, again, work with your advisor, ha? And then,
Sir, question
Yes, ma'am.
before we let Ma'am Rose.
okay.
Who would be the respondents of our grade 2?
Okay, since ito po ay governance, of course, yung kanyang respondents dito ay ano ba to? Ano ang research design?
Kwanti po, Doc. My respondents are athletic directors and coaches.
Okay. Yun kasi mag-i-evaluate, mag-assess ng existing policy.
Is it okay kung pwede ka mag-mix method? Para ma-triangulate lang.
Yung challenges. Challenges in the implementation.
Kasi para makita natin, ma'am, kung yung pagka-administrator kasi ang makausap mo, laging positive. Yes!
Walang
Problema.
problema.
Natin yan, walang problema. Okay yan, may funding tayo dyan. Pero pagdating doon sa underground,
Sa director, yeah, wala. Yeah. Coaches should be included.
Yeah. Coaches are included. Athletic directors and coaches.
Triangular approach.
Triangulate mo na lang, ma'am. Ngayon, doon sa mga coaches, ma'am, doon sa mga directors, siguro mga 5 lang, ma'am, pwede ka mag-interview, 5. Pero
Okay.
pagdating doon sa mga coaches, medyo marami-rami yun. So, as much as possible, tingnan mo muna yung population. Hindi ako magsasabi kung ilan dapat yan, kasi baka mamaya, ilan lang yung coaches dyan.
So, consolidate mo ang 3
Wait,
triangular.
the study will be conducted in her institution.
Prince George's.
Iba't ibang sport.
Iba't ibang area kasi kapag coaches, ilan lang naman ang coaches sa isang institute.
Mr. Chair, marami pong coaches sa isang school. It depends po kung fall season, sports, winter season, and spring.
Like in your school, ilan
Ilan ka
coaches?
sa inyo?
We have like 35.
Uy, dami.
Yeah.
Pwede na, siguro. Yes, pwede na.
Hanggang na lang ka na lumayo.
Kahit yan na lang sa school mo.
May ibang sports dito.
Pero titingnan na lang natin yung, doon sa, hindi siya magre-reflect sa title. It will reflect under your methodology.
Which one? The
Yes.
scope,
Scope and delimitation,
the
sorry.
research local.
Yung local mo, pati yung scope and delimitation ng study mo. Na ito ay kinandak sa ganitong school. Sa school.
You will only conduct your study in your own school.
But we will exclude direct input from student athletes po, Doc.
They are not included in the study.
Kasi
Yeah.
wala silang
perspective.
wala silang
Policy making kasi to eh.
policy.
Yeah, yeah.
They have no idea about that. Recipient kasi sila eh.
Correct.
Beneficiary.
Beneficiary sila.
The implementers would be the coaches,
Yeah.
directors.
Yes. Okay.
Ano ba naman ang take ng isang estudyante pagdating sa policy?
How can I take
Yeah.
Funding, hindi nila yan. So,
Yeah, pa.
direct yun.
The policy is very good. Then the athletes will perform well.
And of course, pagka ang policy mo is talagang na-implement yan, anchor yan sa budget. Diba? So,
Yes.
malaki ang
How about the RRL, Doc? Mr. Chair, how about the RRL?
So, you have to, yung richness ng RRL mo.
Kasi
Kasi,
intensive.
ikaw
Because
hindi lang
triangular.
yung paper mo
Kasi
eh.
nga triangular.
Farmer-san, in regards to your related literature, we will remove the part about student leadership and competencies. Now, you have to establish there, like, you look for researchers that will talk about having a good
Sports
policy,
management.
having about sports program management, having a good sports program will affect the results of the school in terms of leagues. You have a
Mhm.
good performance
Mhm.
because you have a good policy. Those
Mhm.
are the type of related literature that you need for your research.
Mhm.
Also, ma'am, hindi tayo magamit ng IPO, ha?
Oh yeah.
Conceptual paradigm po siya.
Conceptual paradigm.
Okay.
Conceptual meaning independent variable mo, dependent variable mo.
Based on sa variables study.
Actually, ito ma'am, ang mga sasabihin mo doon sa advisor mo. Okay? IPO kasi, kapag ka ikaw ay EDB, pwede. Pero hindi ka naman po ADB, PhD po kayo. So, conceptual paradigm po kailangan.
Okay.
Then,
Yung nagdidevelop siya eh, ng program.
yung ano mo talaga, sobra. Dapat ganyan. Yun ang pinakamakapal na dokumento pagdating po sa, because that is your jurisprudence.
Opo.
Okay, jurisprudence po yan ang research.
Yes po,
And
Doc.
also, nagbago yung title mo, nagbago din yung SOP.
Yes.
Okay, so you discuss it to your advisor. Okay, so ito po yung aking title ngayon. Ano ngayon ang recommended SOP?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so
Okay.
i-discuss mo yan kay advisor.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Anything else? Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Again,
much.
good morning po dyan.
Thank you, Miss Rebecca,
yeah,
for helping
kayo,
out.
Paligtad ang oras natin. Okay, yun na ulit. Thank you. Thank you.
So, yun muna.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Hi,
Thank you.
guys, ready?
Thank
Ingat
you.
ka, ingat ka. Okay, see you
Ingat din kayo.
on Thursday ha, Thursday ko. Available, no?
Thursday, yes.
Okay pa. Thank you po.
9 o'clock.
Salamat, Gary. Okay.
Thank you.
God, ang daming babaguhin. Sir.